freestyle, but I just don't have the time right now because you know what it is. I have to react to this still. I can breathe. I can breathe. I can breathe. I can breathe. This is one day ago. It's really over for them. Everything okay. For the last 10 minutes, I will try not to pause.
Now for Drake and DJ Akademiks, the amount.
I will try not to pause as much. All right.
Of failure, embarrassment, and humiliation these two have managed to amass together.
By the way,
before I continue, not just hip hop.
Before I continue, hit that subscribe button if you're a hip hop fan. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is the last video I'm reacting to today on the stream. All right. Let's keep it moving. You know what I mean? And tomorrow I will react to some more K-pop. Anything you want me to react to, let me know. You know what I mean? It's what it is, man. Like, I'll be honest. When I came on today, I didn't have the list properly. You know what I mean? But we move. Let's go.
But all of music history. And even despite redefining what losing looks like through all of the lows we have already seen, if you thought everything we have been unfortunate enough to witness so far from the most pathetic rapper and media personality in the game was enough, well, I got news for you, because with their most recent controversy, it is somehow the worst yet, because after Drake and Akademiks were getting exposed for straight up lying to everyone and their reputations had never been more in question because of it, the response Ak had to this to try and defend both him and Drake has really put their careers in a place where beyond rap beef or even just being a personality within the public eye in general, in the near future, everything we know about them may just be taken away within a fashion that we have never seen before, because with what Akademiks just said about Drake and his personal life, which he is saying is fact in his own words, while I don't think he realized this in the moment, he may have just made every piece of speculation about who Drake is behind closed doors really true. And now, before we get any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with Drake and DJ Akademiks, it's really wild to me how after Drake was trying to say that he is going to move forward with his career in 2025 and that he's no longer going to be caught up in all of the drama that he has not been able to escape in his own words, that he's now leaning further than he ever has into letting this beef and his failure in it take over his entire personality and brand.
Imagine the possibility of sharing your life with a lovely young Asian lady.
That beef really,
you can forget about what it feels like.
As instead of just doing anything to strengthen his image or reputation, he is trying to take down everyone's name with him. And so now after Drake and Akademiks were both in trouble because Drake had some DMs get leaked and exposed, which were showing him trying to play victim about the current situation he is in with his label and against Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us record. And he ended up tying LeBron and his wife Savannah into things with this weird analogy, which once again shows how Drake loves bringing people's families into the center of all of his controversy. After Drake was so embarrassed from having the public see how delusional he is about this entire situation that then he made DJ Akademiks come out and say these messages were fake and that Ak heard this directly from Drake himself. But then these two were quickly proven to be straight out lying, as the person who was on the other end of these messages posted the entire thread and therefore embarrassed Drake even more. As Drake and Ak were getting dragged for trying to deceive everyone so badly that even their own audiences were getting frustrated with them. Ak seemingly went on stream to clear the air about this entire controversy, and as he said throughout one of the craziest streams he has ever done, try to prove that he has journalistic integrity.
Do you know what that meme is from though? That's from Erica Badu calling what's his name, Jerry. Oh man, that is funny. Shout out to Erica Badu. Anyway, let's go.
Push false information, which in of itself, before we even go any further, is an absolute joke, because Ak has always pushed so much false info and narratives over the years to try and benefit his own ideals regardless of the truth. But now, in one of the most emotional and erratic times we have seen Ak on camera, which of course for his standards is saying a lot, he went into these DMs, and while Ak did go on to admit that he and Drake did lie and that these DMs were in fact real, in the process of him doing this, which again, to say anything slightly against Drake must have been scary for him considering how Ak has tied the entire success of his career and brand to supporting him, Ak said some of the wildest things he ever has on camera. which from having to try and defend his own honor, reputation, and credibility by saying that he is not in any sort of relationship with Drake, which again just slowing things down and processing how strange of a place we are at. The fact that Ak had to go on a camera and say this shows just how far gone and how pathetic this entire corner of the hip-hop world really is in of itself. But later, as Ak went on to do what he's best for here, which is go on long emotional tangents where his thoughts get less and less clear to the point where after a while you can't even follow a fraction of what he is saying. He did reach a point where after rambling for so long, he finally started to make a little too much sense, and he went on to talk about Drake and LeBron James. Which of course Drake's mention of LeBron and his wife in these messages was one of the main reasons why this entire controversy got the attention of so many people in the first place. And when trying to clear the air and really just tell us what's actually going on between Drake and LeBron, as ever since Drake released his new freestyle, the beef between these two has been reaching a more publicized point than it has ever been. Ak went on to say and seemingly reveal that he knows Drake had a bond with LeBron that nobody else quite had with him, as they kept a ton of secrets together that for Bron, according to Ak, if we all knew, would change his entire image. And as Ak was saying that because of the fact that LeBron has now chose Kendrick's side in their beef over Drake, Drake is now gonna let more and more loose about the truths nobody else has ever exposed about Bron. And while saying this, when trying to help
this, if that was true, why should we believe him? Do you get it? Why should we believe either Aubrey Graham or what's his face, Akademiks? Why should we believe them when they've shown that they've lied over so many times? And the thing is, why now? You know what I mean? Because LeBron James is a known Jay-Z fan, and Drake is known to have a dispute with Jay-Z over the number of years. So do you know what I mean? So you have to think, like, why is he saying this now? Like, he clearly is trying to destroy other people in the process of him. You know what I mean? Because if it's like it's a thing of, I feel like he wants to be in a situation where, you know how misery loves company. That's what it feels like. Misery loves company. But I've said this before when Scotty Beam, like when she said what's it? And it's funny how she's asking what's going on between LeBron and Drake when you are in the state of hip, or what's that show, the state of hip hop? She should know. But anyway, basically, my comment, I said something like, what's happening is I can't remember what I said verbatim, but I said something along the lines of, what's happening is the situation is in that Drake is crashing out. And what he doesn't realize is, no, he's crashing out by lying about LeBron James. And he doesn't realize by him crashing out like this, he is creating his bigger downfall or something like that. I'll react to this another day tomorrow. Fury announced his retirement. Anyway, we'll get into that tomorrow. But like, so yeah, I feel like when you think about it, I feel sometimes like he could have wanted the, basically it's leading to the downfall, his biggest downfall. If you think his beef with Kendrick Lamar was something, I could be completely wrong. I could be wrong here, but the reality is, from how I'm seeing it, and I could be wrong. Like I said, he's gonna make his life, not even his career, his life 10 times worse, because you know what's happening. If you're pointing fingers, yeah, just do yourself a favor if you're watching, yeah. Point a finger right now. Just point a finger. How many fingers are pointing at you? Just ask yourself, how many fingers are pointing at you? Yeah. Because for me, I can see 1, 2, 3. I can see 3 fingers pointing at me. Yeah. So if you're pointing fingers at someone else, even if you're lying, someone is going to, one of the 3 of those people are pointing fingers back at you. One of them is going to be telling the truth. At least one of them. Or maybe all 3 of them. Or maybe 2 out of the 3. Do you know what I mean? I'll leave it like that.
Help Drake and give him some credibility by diverting the controversy on LeBron. Ak went on to say that the claims Drake made about LeBron not being loyal to his wife are not just true, but that when LeBron used to hang out with Drake pretty much any time or when he was at away games playing the Raptors, which of course meant he was in Drake's hometown, LeBron would go over to Drake. And to say the least about this strange situation, there would be women and then some strange activities that Kendrick Lamar did indeed rap about on Meet the Grams during the beef would go down.
Stretching is not a good use of your time if your goal is to get flexible and eliminate recurring injuries. Stretching will relax your muscles and make you feel good in the moment, but it will not make.
And as Ak used the words when describing what Drake did to help out Bron, like supply and facilitate, which when you piece together tell you everything you need to know about what he was getting at, all together while Ak was trying to expose LeBron here and alter his public image. First off, as this is a conversation and a moment that was all about Ak's credibility in the first place, as Ak is the one saying this, and at the end of the day, nobody takes this guy seriously, it has done nothing to actually affect LeBron one bit. But for Drake, and let's remember, beyond everything else, Ak is a guy who does speak to him on a regular basis, and before this moment was just publicly representing his word, and while it wasn't the actual truth what he was saying, it was still the message that Drake wanted to send out and have be perceived as reality. All in all, when you put all of the context of this situation together, Ak is telling the world that while a good portion of people believe some of Kendrick Lamar's lyrics about the horrible lifestyle Drake surrounds himself in was a stretch, or even that Kendrick was taking things too far altogether, if what Ak is saying is half true, and again, to lie this much about Drake from him is just not in his character, well then he just admitted to the world that Drake really should be looked into because what he is doing is not normal. And really, in the grand picture of what he is saying, Ak admitted that the lyrics and disses Kendrick had going Drake's way are bigger than just rap beef. Because what Ak is admitting by saying that Drake was setting these strange meetings up for Bron, and there was of course a lot involved going into it of course to not have any of this come out until someone who was trying to use this information to take down LeBron is using it. Well, this isn't just strange and something that people like me and you look down on, but at most places, and again to just say the very least, this is not allowed, and if what Drake was doing is even proven to be the slightest bit true, more than Drake's career being over, his entire reputation would be looked at differently, not just as a rapper or a musician. But beyond all the petty antics that has made his downfall as a celebrity so terrible, Drake would be joining the list that only the worst type of people can be on. And really what's so ironic about this situation is that in this time where Drake's team and stans have wanted to connect people like Kendrick to horrible individuals to try and make his image look terrible, all this time beyond Drake himself, just based on Akademiks' own words, the OVO rapper is the actual person who he has been trying to call out everyone else for being this whole time. And I mean for both Drake.
And that's the thing. Like sometimes when you try to call out someone for doing something or saying something, more time you're talking about yourself. You know what I'm saying? More time you're talking about yourself. So, you know what I mean? So let's think positive here. Let's keep moving.
Drake and Ak at this point, how do you make such a mistake to let this happen? Because really, the optics of this entire strategy are just terrible, because while Ak was trying to help Drake here, he of course just dragged his entire name into levels of controversy that again is way beyond any of the stuff he has already been in. And while again these claims Ak are making are so bold that nobody really can conclude anything from a stream of his alone, when you do just gather some basic context. If we remember that in Drake's official claims against his label, he did list Ak as a direct source to prove what he is saying to be a fact, well then using this same logic for his fans and everyone who is trying to cover this up, how can Ak's voice not be equally meaningful and truthful here? As again, as this is all coming from a source that is as affiliated with Drake as you pretty much can be. It's just so strange how something like this can be said, but honestly, as these disses that only make Drake and his team look worse have been something that he has been doing to try and take a win against anyone he has had beef with since the Hard Part 6 really, in a way, it should not be as surprising as it seems, but going forward, while again, this absolutely insane claim is only really making everyone have more questions about Drake, Ak, what's really going on behind the scenes, and what they are trying to achieve by letting information out like this in the first place, what I think is clear from this is that with the non-stop annoyance LeBron has been getting now from Drake and all of his affiliates and stans ever since the release of this new freestyle from him, I mean at the very least, LeBron is not just happy with the decision he made to get away from the most pathetic rapper in the game, but he is probably livid with the way his name is now being dragged into so much controversy within a manner that he has never seen over the course of his near 20.
And you know what I think is going to happen? We're going to see... So yeah,
25
you know
years
what?
of being one of the biggest stars.
What we're gonna witness, if you think about it, yeah, the way that Jay-Z responded to those allegations made against him, knowing that they were false and this, that, and the third, the way that he responded, we're about to see something. This is what's going to lead towards like Drake's biggest downfall. Yeah, this is what's going to lead towards it. Like, okay, yeah, LeBron's name was also brought up in controversy in regards to Diddy and all that stuff there, but there was never really any concrete stuff. You see what I'm trying to say? But now when you bring in the whole Drake situation, like, and the fact that he's trying to, tarnish his name and tarnish his marriage, like, I'm telling you, knowing that he's also a businessman as well. So you got to think about it. That you can't. It's like, how do you go against someone that's trying to tarnish your name and your legacy? How? Like, how do you do that? And you've got a public image to maintain. Obviously, you've got to be yourself, but at the same time, you still got to be professional and be courteous and all that stuff there. Like, you can't go to the levels of, I don't know how to put it. You can't go to the hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but like the way Drake is, yeah, is like he's the type where you're going to have to the way that I put it this way, the way that Kendrick destroyed Drake is because he spoke to his non-soul. I just say non-soul because he doesn't act like he got a soul. So at the end of the day, he spoke to him like that. So it's really eating up inside. So now with LeBron James, that's why he wants to go to court and do all this and that. But the reality is, again, if you're using Akademiks as your source, or you know what I mean, or saying that he's a valid whatever, it's like, come on, man. But I do want to add one more thing though as well before we get out of it, because we've got like 1 more minute on this thing as well. Like, I feel like, yeah, like I said, LeBron is gonna do something where it's not like he's snitching, but put it this way, and like I said, I could be wrong, but I was right about one thing when it came to the whole Diddy situation. Yeah, when the whole Diddy situation happened with the whole Cassie situation, not when the videos leaked, when that video leaked. I'm talking about when she filed that civil lawsuit. I said even before, I believe it was even before she's okay, or maybe it was within the 24 hours anyway. He settled within 24 hours, but I do remember saying that this will open Pandora's box. More people will sue Diddy, and we're going to find out more. We're going to find out more. And that's exactly what will happen. We haven't seen nothing yet when it comes to Sean Combs. So now, hear me out on this situation. We ain't seen nothing yet when it comes to Aubrey Graham. Yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet. If you think he's spiraling now, the famous actor we once knew is spiraling. He is spiraling. So much to the point, he's going to be getting himself spun into jail. That's all I'm saying. I could be wrong. But watch this space. If I'm right, hey, you know what I mean? You're welcome to share this. This clip, you can clip it, share it with everyone, and post it and say this prediction. I'm not trying to, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to wish bad on nobody. But if you are victim, if you created a victim, if you made someone a victim, then you're gonna get what you deserve. That's just reality. Yeah. And I'm trying to do this from an educational point of view. I knew I forgot to do something today. I will do it in the next stream in regards to the community guidelines. Don't worry, we've got that's coming.
Stars in the world. And as after all of the years and all of the moments LeBron has had throughout his career, as it is now taking getting dragged down with Drake To have someone who has been as good as they can be in the type of position he is receive the type of claims he is, it just shows how bitter everything around Drake really is and how much of a problem he just causes at this point by doing anything, because instead of moving forward and trying to just release good music or do one thing positive, Drake's entire persona is based around negativity and taking other people down. And if we are seeing this now from Drake, I'm sure this is only going to get a lot worse in the future, as people he has beef with are only continuing to win more and more. And beyond this, if these claims that Akademiks said are further looked into and any of it comes true, well then Drake and Ak's entire reputation and the information they have withheld from us is about to not just end their careers, but it will ruin whatever legacy they have had left as well. And so now with all this said, let me know, what do you think about these wild claims Akademiks has made about Drake and Bron, and do you think there is any truth behind these claims, and do you think anything is going to happen from here at this point? Now I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it helps me out a ton. And now if you want to see how Drake and Ak got caught lying to us in the worst way possible, and that's what's caused them to reach this point where their careers are now on the line more than they ever have in the first place, check out the suggested video.
Let's see what the comments are saying. Real quick. I don't know why anyway. So it says here, first of all, it's like this. Drake versus Drake, he's still losing. Facts. Everything K-Dot said about Drake really is coming to light. Trying to destroy the families instead of taking care of his own. I admitted to Drake trafficking. So I want to be careful with the word I'm saying. Well, you know, that is so stupid just to prove a point of Drake, like to give Meet the Grahams is such a credibility. Meet the Grahams, see, this is what I'm trying to say. F a rap battle, just a long life battle with yourself. I was just about to repeat that just now. I promise you I was. Hey, yo, I was, you know. Anyway. Crazy, spooky, scary, hilarious, scary, spooky. And there we have it. Let's get to one more. What's most egregious is Drake knows Savannah isn't leaving Bron, but this is just an embarrassing family and his wife. So corny. All right. 2025. We are about to see something we have never seen before, and that is the biggest crash out of someone's career. And the sad part is they will not realize until they All right. This is the music motivation. This is why it is always important to be yourself and tell the truth, because lies will catch up with you. Lies will catch up with you. Anyways, if LeBron James is ready to take action, we know what type of action it will be, because it is no secret he is friends with Jay-Z, and he will get advice from him, but also from his lawyers. take that as you will. Do you know what I mean? Take that as you will. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, you got to protect your public image, and if someone's trying to bring you down in their mess, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, LeBron James hasn't, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't done nothing wrong. All he's done is listen to a song. You know what I mean? He's gone to support Kendrick Lamar. It is what it is. It's not like he said he doesn't like Drake or this, that, and the third. He never even said that. You know what I mean? But I get it. LeBron James' name was mentioned, and that's another thing. His name was mentioned in Meet the Grahams. Hey, LeBron, keep your family away. Steph Curry, keep your family away. You know what I mean? So for him, it's crazy time we're living in, man. All right. Wait, react to by who? Wait, let me do a quick research on that real quick. Because I meant to looking at the time. Hold on. Do you mean the documentary or the All right. Anyway, I will get into that. Tell me more about that in the comment section, and then I'll try and get into that. I'll react to that. And who is it by? Because if I just type in that, you know what I mean? I don't know what could really come up. But anyway, shout out to everyone watching. Make sure you stay subscribed. More content is coming. More live streams. Do you know what I mean? Once my other channel is back popping, I'm available to use that channel. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, make sure you do. But this channel, I'm gonna try and make it be a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna see things different. All right. But anyway, yeah.